So this is what the front of my boat looks like, which is where the main entrance is. And my front door is terrible. I built it really roughly in like a few hours, like a year ago, and it's just suffered more and more and more, and it can be kicked in with one sharp kick. So I'm gonna try and sort that today. I'm gonna build a frame and then use the door that was originally there and kind of build that up to fit into the new space, which has changed. So that's the plan. So first, this bit of metal, which is there to stop people from jimmying my lock, and this bit of door frame are going to come out, and then we'll see what's going to be the best way to replace this piece so that I can still lock my door. So I've unscrewed everything and kind of swapped some things around and have a reshuffle, but basically I'm going to screw this bit of wood directly into the batten that's already there, because that brings it up flush with the steel of the edge of the door, which gives me a really nice flat surface to put my frame lining directly onto. This is all still bare spray foam insulation. So I already started cutting some of the wood to make my frame, but I don't have enough power to run power tools on the boat right now, and I discovered the hard way that it's very difficult to make nice neat joins when you only have hand tools available and you're not particularly good at using them. So I'm walking bits of wood down to the studio now, and I'm gonna have to sand each piece of wood and walk it back one by one. I need to go out and get different nails, so can we please appreciate how secure I have made the boat by putting the latch back on. First piece of frame is finally in. This is the original steel door frame that was cut into the boat by the original boat builders, and this is how far it was from being square. So this should be a right angle now. Actually, I cut and sanded this corner based on the line of the steel, and now it doesn't line up at all. Look at this, just cut this with a handsaw, 45 degrees. I'm actually dead proud of that. Look at how flat that is. I think that's the best bit of wood I've ever cut. So what I've been doing for each of the lengths of my door frame is I've been measuring up and cutting and sanding each piece and making sure it all fits nicely with what's already there. And then this is my exterior frame, and this is the frame lining. So I've made sure I've got a centimetre gap here that I've measured, which is for the door to close against. So this is the outside, this will be the inside. And then once that's in position, taping it all so that it holds nicely, because I've only got one pair of hands. And then what I've been doing is I've been pre-drilling the holes, if it wants to focus, pre-drilling the holes for my nails to go into, which isn't really what you're meant to do, but I've just gone down through the exterior frame, and what it means is that my nails are going in nice and straight, so the head of the nail will be flush with the wood pretty much no matter what. And so then this can just be put into position as one big piece, and then a few more holes drilled and more nails put in like that. So look, there we go. I've just knocked those in, and look how beautifully flat it is. So just as I was feeling so pleased with myself for cutting that perfect 45-degree angle, I'm feeling really proud of like how it was all going together. One of the sides of the door isn't straight where it follows, actually it is this one, where it follows the angle of the hull of the boat. So I thought, in the interest of neatness, I will make the piece across the top 45 degrees at both ends, and I will make up the difference in that angle in the cut that I do on this piece. But of course the wood isn't wide enough to get the corner angle that I need. So this is what happens. So this edge is all lined up where it wants to be there, and this one has an overhang because there's not enough width to get the angle that I need. So I've just had to prise this bit of wood off and oh, you can't really see, but pack it out a little bit more and put it back on. And I've had enough for today. I'm gonna try and jerry-rig a door here somehow and go get some dinner. So I decided to run with my bit of overhang and just make do, which means I've got to do the side piece. So I'm doing a few walks to and from the studio to sand down all of those fiddly angles. This old screw is right where I want to put my bit of frame, and it really sticks out. I mean, I've managed to get the worst of the kind of mound of paint sanded off of it, but having a hard time. All this paint is baked into the groove, so I can't get it out, and I don't have enough power for the angle grinder right now. That gentle bit of persuasion later. Wow. So now I can sand all the rest of this rough paint down and put my last bit of frame on. Just put the nails in just a tiny bit off. I guess I put nails in too effectively because the head of this one literally ripped off before it came out. I finally got everything apart, but it snapped off. So hope the new nail misses that. I managed to screw up the placement a second time because like the top corner is looking pretty good, but the bottom corner is looking not so good. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to undo this again and put this one in. Or I tried to get the first lot of screws out, not screws, nails. So I might have to put this one in 2 pieces at a time. So we'll see if I can get it out even. Okay. First bit in. The last thing I'm gonna do before I put the last bit of frame in is just take this piece back out and take off that little corner there. It's not perfect and it's not 100% finished, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. I had to take the bit of wood from across the top off, prise it off, and hammer the nails back in a slightly different spot because it just didn't want to sit flush at both ends. And there's, you know, there's a few funny little bits and pieces, things I still need to do. You need to sort out the bottom edge and put a bit more wood in across there, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Hey guys, so we had a couple of days of like really bad weather, which on one hand was kind of helpful because it made the wood swell, and so it made all of the horrible like lumps and bumps and dents and dings from the hammer and god knows what swell back out of the wood, so everything is now lovely and flat again. But it's also bad because it made the wood swell, so lots of things kind of shifted out of place because none of the wood had been treated. So I've been around and like knocked everything back to kind of where it should have been, although it's not perfect. But so I have picked up cork once, and so it says that it's suitable for external application. I'm going to go around and fill everything, fill the outside edges of the frame, and then it says I should be able to recover within an hour. So I'll get a coat of primer on there, and hopefully before I decide what colour I want everything to be, everything should still be protected from the weather. Boy, am I glad that I treated all of this last night. It's been raining solidly for like 6 hours. And while some things have still moved and swollen and stuff, it's doing so much better than it was before.